Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna react to 7 steps to cure your procrastination. I'm just a normal Brazilian dude in a journey to leave procrastination. So, pick your paper. Where's my pen? 1 second. Your pen, and let's make some notes and share in the end of the video. Let's see if these 7 steps are very good or no.
Than others. In this video, we'll go over the science of procrastination and provide you with actionable advice to overcome it.
Let's see.
What's going on, guys? Dr. Jabal, MedSchoolInsiders.com. Piers Steel describes an equation useful in understanding procrastination. He argues that motivation is equal to expectancy times value divided by impulsiveness times delay, whereby times value divided by impulsiveness times.
Let me think about that. Expectation, choose value, impulsive, choose delay. Mas impulsiveness. Okay. Delay makes sense because if you delay a lot, the value of motivation will be less. Every time you delay more, less motivated you will be. But impulsiveness, it's bad if you have a high value. English sometimes it's hard.
Delay, whereby motivation is the willingness to do work, which is essentially the opposite of procrastination. Breaking down the equation, expectancy refers to how much you expect to succeed at doing the task and thereby getting the anticipated reward. The more you expect being successful, the less likely you're going to procrastinate on it. Value refers to how much you enjoy doing a task and how much you're going to enjoy the reward. The more value you derive from a task or the reward, the more likely you're going to get straight to work.
True.
What's up?
Come on, YouTube. I'm trying to avoid procrastination and you give me
I brought
ads.
you here today to let you know.
Impulsiveness refers to your tendency to get distracted by other things.
Oh, I see.
High impulsivity lures you to Instagram or Facebook
I see.
instead of doing the work at hand.
Yeah. So my impulsiveness is it's high. It's kind of high.
Delay refers to the time lapse until receiving the anticipated reward. The longer the delay, the more likely you are to procrastinate, as you figure it's something you can just take care of later. Now, we want to maximize expectancy and value, as they are directly proportional to motivation, and we want to minimize impulsiveness and delay, as they are inversely proportional. Let's go over actionable steps on how to use the equation to our advantage and overcome procrastination. First, break down the steps. With any task you need to do, whether studying for an exam or completing a project, break it down to smaller steps.
Every video I watch about procrastination says that you have to break the difficult task in a small infinite ones, to keep the ball rolling, but sometimes that's I tried that, sometimes don't happen like that, but it's a good beginning. To me, the most difficult part, I say almost every video, is the continuation, is to be disciplined, because motivation comes and go, We can't be 100% of the time motivated. It don't happen. Like that. But we can be 100% the time disciplined. And discipline is not very easy to conquer. It's very hard. I'm trying. I'm in a journey.
Doing so will increase expectancy in our procrastination equation, as smaller tasks seem much easier to accomplish than larger projects. While everyone
But
has a different
that's
sweet
true.
spot, I find that
It's
being
true.
hyper-specific with timelines is very helpful for me. For example, if I need to study for an exam next week and I have several lectures and practice problems to go through, I will take a few minutes to think which lectures I should complete on each day, as well as how many practice problems. I input everything into Things 3, which is my personal to-do app of choice, but you should obviously use whatever tool you prefer. You can see an example of a highly structured daily and weekly timeline I created in Excel in my Step 1 study schedule video. This high level of structure works for
We can react to this video in another day.
me and for my personality, but it definitely does not work for everyone. Again, figure out what works.
Yeah, I tried that before to be highly precise with my time and everything. It's very minimal schedule to the max, I guess. You can see over there. I don't know. Let me see if you can. 1 second. Yeah, I can see very small over there. I have a whiteboard and I have time to do something, to wake up, to sleep, to work, enfim. So I tried that, and to me, it's not that easy, you know. Like that, to be very, you know, time limit to do everything is not that easy to me. I tried before.
Best for you. Number 2, keep the task small. The hardest part in getting work done is just starting. One of my favorite study hacks to address this is the Pomodoro technique. In short, you work 25-minute blocks, each separated by a 5-minute break. During each block, you focus on just one small task. In my Pomodoro technique video, I go over in more detail what the technique is and exactly how to use it. This was actually revolutionary for my study habits.
To me, sometimes I procrastinate to divide the task. I don't know if it happened with you guys, but sometimes it's bad. I know. That's why I'm doing all these videos every day to be disciplined and in a journey to, leave procrastination behind. But it happens very often. I procrastinate to break down the tasks I have to do, make this video. It's very simple. It's a React. I have to do very little, but if I break everything, it's easier. And one good thing is this is my third video, and it's getting easier, to do. To do the thumbnails, my process is very simple. I just react and it's a simple thumbnail. It's not very hard. That's why I'm doing simple, because if I do something hard, I will be procrastinating that more and more and more. So I have to be level 0 to evolve to pass to level 1, to level 2, to level 3, to level 4. To me, it's worked very well. 3 steps behind to keep the ball rolling. And that's good for me. Sometimes I want to start in level 10, but my procrastination won't allow me, and I will get frustrated and to do something hard. But I know I can do something hard, but the procrastination comes in and everything, it's a mess. So if I start level 0, very simple to do, it's easy to keep going, and when times comes and go, I'm gonna evolve. So I'm in this journey, and you are welcome to subscribe and follow this journey.
I only started using it in med school. And you may be thinking, how does this actually help me get started on my work? Going back to our equation, this increases expectancy. If I sat down to study and I told myself I need to study for 5 hours, I would definitely get distracted very easily.
Yeah.
But if I instead tell myself I only need to study for 25 minutes on this one little task, it becomes far less daunting. And it becomes much easier to not only get started, but also stay focused for the 25-minute Pomodoro. Number 3,
I can say that I love strength. You know, I love to go to the gym. I love I love calisthenics. I love yoga, but sometimes I'm not motivated at all. I go to the gym and oh my god, I have 1 hour, 1 hour and 10, 1 hour and a half to work out. I really don't want to go. I really don't want to train, but I go do something very. I say to me, let's go and do on mobility, like 15 minutes of mobility. And I go 15 minutes of mobility, 10 minutes of mobility, so the blood starts to pump, and okay, that's not that bad. Let's 10 minutes. Let's do some set of some kind of thing, you know. Let's do some pull-ups. Let's do some push-ups, and I start like that, very slow. But when it's engaged and when it starts, it's easier to complete all the tasks. I'm trying to bring that same energy to work. To me, work is more difficult to do that. You know, start very slow. You start 5 minutes of some kind of task I have to do, and after that, 10 minutes of some other kind. In the end, I complete. This is hard to do in a workplace, you know, to do my job or something like that. But to train is easier. But it's the same kind of it's the same kind of mentality, you know. So I'm this journey, bring what I do in the gym to my workflow.
set the bar low. This is yet another trick to increase the expectancy in our equation. Set the goal to something less than what you are actually capable of. I have used this recently for my own meditation practice. When I set out to meditate 20 minutes every day, I only got around to doing it a couple times per week. It just felt like I never had time to actually sit down and do 20 minutes of meditation, so I rarely did. Instead, I lowered my expectations by aiming to meditate just 2 minutes every day. By lowering the bar, I found myself meditating most
Every
days,
day.
and even though I set the goal as just 2 minutes, I almost always exceeded it. Number 4, hack pleasure from the experience of
That's very good. I never thought about being that low, you know, to break the task that low. It's almost you have just to go to do the task in 1 minute you complete. It's something I may try to do, you know. I'm gonna write down that. Let's continue.
almost always exceeded it. Number 4, hack pleasure from the experience of studying. Do you ever feel like studying is boring?
Yeah.
What if you don't actually support the immediate outcomes of the task? Let's say you don't know what you want, or maybe you have unclear priorities. These examples all point to low value in our equation. Increasing value will help us overcome procrastination. So, how do we increase value? One way is by giving yourself a reward for completing a task. For example, you can reward yourself with a healthy and tasty meal, or by hanging out with your friends after and only after you finish your chemistry homework.
Come on. Come on, YouTube. The second one in an 80 minutes video.
Need help with self-discipline like this? Check out our self-discipline video. Alternatively, you can improve the experience of the work itself. As you progress in your medical education, the work gets more and more focused on material you actually enjoy. However, at the beginning, you may have to grind through subjects that you don't find stimulating. To improve the experience of studying, consider mixing up your study environments or listening to great study music. If you want a taste of my own personal study music, check out the Insider
I never tried to reward myself when I do something, some kind of task. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this one. Maybe it's work. Never knows.
Email newsletter where I share some of my favorite study songs every week. You can sign up on the medschoolinsiders.com website. Number 5, use Parkinson's law to your advantage. The idea that you can complete your task at a later time can crush even the most productive individuals. Enter Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time allotted to it, meaning if you have only 30 minutes of work to do, but you allot 2 hours of work to do it, then you'll end up spending the entire 2 hours. As I've stated in other videos, I use this technique frequently by creating artificial deadlines that force me to get work done more efficiently. These artificial deadlines decrease delay in our motivation equation, thus decreasing the likelihood of procrastination. The trick is to not be too aggressive with your timeline, as it can lead to unnecessary stress.
Yeah.
With time, you will get...
I was thinking about that. It may be good. That will get very frustrated very fast if you don't complete your task. Because the first delay, the second delay, then you are getting frustrated and you start procrastinating more, and it's going to be a snowball. But it's something I never tried, this tool to artificial delays. I never tried that. It's maybe a good thing. You know, I in a journey, I am a procrastinator. It's such a word. I don't know, but I'm in a journey, so I going to try everything. You know, to see what's work better, what's work less, or what's don't work at all.
more accurate at gauging how long a task will take and how to use Parkinson's law to your advantage. Number 6, be deliberate with your study environment. We can all agree that one of the biggest killers to our productivity are distractions. Avoiding distractions through sheer willpower is unlikely to be fruitful long term. Rather, approach it prophylactically by crafting a work environment that minimizes distractions. In doing so, we're decreasing impulsivity from our motivation equation. For me, this translates to placing my phone on airplane mode.
Yeah, to me, what I'm thinking is good is just don't have my phone with me at all. You know, when I'm like here, I'm trying to make videos, so my phone is over in another room, you know, very very far from here. And this is a good thing because even when I'm reacting, doing my video, everything else, if my phone is over here, it's not. But if I was thinking, oh, look at the phone, or if I just check something very fast, and in 99% of the time, it's checking something with no value, you know. So it's better to me, it's very good to take away your phone and everything when you are doing something important.
Putting my Mac on Do Not Disturb, and going full screen with the work at hand. If working at home distracts you, then opt for a library or a coffee shop instead.
This is a good advice. Last month I spent all month in a office building. I rent that to study, to work, you know, everything. It's way better to do that when you procrastinate a lot, because you have nothing to do. You know, you have just the place and a calm place, and you have to do that. But it's kind of expensive for me now, so I can avoid and more. Avoid, no, not avoid, How can I say that in English? 1 second, guys. I took my time to learn English too over here. Uh, it's expensive for me to support. Not like that. Over here. It's too expensive for me to
It's too expensive for me to afford now.
afford. So, yeah. But it's very good. I love I can work at home, but sometimes it's too much, too much distraction. I'm already a person to a tendency to procrastinate. So to avoid everything is better to being far away. Here I have my dogs, I have the house to take care, I have my mother, I have all things to. But yeah, let's continue.
Above all, make sure you minimize your digital distractions. I have found that any other type of distraction pales in comparison to the focus killing nature of notifications from your phone, smartwatch, or computer.
True.
And last, number 7, understand your personality type. The issue with advice in general is that one suggestion can work wonders for one individual, but not for another. Of the previous 6 tips, I am doubtful that any of them will not work for you, but I am confident that some will work much better than others. Now, a big part of optimizing.
That's very true. That's why I'm trying everything. In all the videos, it's some kind small different advice, and I'm trying. So if you procrastinate a lot, I suggest you try everything too, and share your experience in these comments, like here, share that I read a lot of these comments, and yeah, a lot of people procrastinate a lot, like unhealthy way, because sometimes we got just lazy. Lazy is not a bad thing if that happens sometimes, but all the time procrastinating everything, it's very frustrating, and we know we can do a lot more if we don't procrastinate. So let's start with the problem from the roots, and let's leave procrastination behind.
Your own life, whether that's productivity or study habits, diet, exercise, or anything else, is understanding oneself.
Yeah.
One of the tips that didn't make this list, for example, is accountability. And that's because it's highly effective for some individuals with a certain personality type, but significantly less so for others. I go over how you can determine your personality type, as well as specific strategies for each personality type, such as accountability, that you can use to your advantage in my 4 tendencies video. Link in the description below. I'd love to hear.
Very good video. Yeah, so I'm gonna read I mixed Portuguese and English in this phrase, but I'm gonna read over here what I just wrote. Less delay is better, like he said. When you have a delay, like 1 month delay, you're gonna procrastinate if you have this problem, So bring as much as close as possible the delay to do something, so you can do keep your brain working. That I'm talking to me, guys. Breaking a very, 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 very small task, one big task that they're gonna try. Set the bar very, very low, negative bar, so I can really start. If I go to do some task, I know I will complete at all. It's just like to start the day. Sit in the chair to start working. The first task is just to sit in the chair. So that's impossible, not possible, but that's very, 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 very low task, difficult to do. I'm gonna try that too. And the last one, oh, my letters are horrible. Oh, I wrote in Portuguese. Me presentear quando terminar alguma tarefa. Give me something, some kind of reward when I finish some task. I never tried that before. I may include that too. So yeah, guys, that was the video. I hope you liked my shared thoughts. And let's leave procrastination behind. I see you guys in another video. Bye.